Welcome back, guys, to the Sass. Again, you're sitting with your girl, Miss Lily K. And right next to me, I am so excited. We've got Sam the Vessel, a spiritual poet and healer. I am looking at a poet. Poetry. Why poetry?
Oh, that's one I was for God. You have to ask him that.
I'm going to ask God, why poetry?
But poetry has been a tool of survival for me. I think that's what God gave me to use to heal others. And I just went with it. I said words, said yes. All right, I'm with it. So hence I call myself a spiritual poet, because those words are not my own. They're God's, and I'm just a vessel. Hence I call myself Sam the Vessel. So I have surrendered, and I let God, He's in control.
Yes.
So my words, my art, it's all God's, and I'm just here for all of it. I'm like, hey, what are we doing today? We're healing somebody, and I just go with it.
When did you surrender yourself or humble yourself enough to hear God's voice? For him to say, look, my child, I want you to do poetry, to reach further and use my words to touch others. When did you finally listen to his voice and say, yes, I'm going to do this? At what age did you find the love for poetry?
Two years ago, that's when my spiritual journey started. I've always been doing poetry since high school. But then God wasn't part of it. He was there, but I wasn't aware. And I wasn't using it the way that I was supposed to use it. You're going to teach me because I do not know anything. And also, I'm not that smart, really. So every time I write poetry, I'm just like, okay, cool. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's so much wisdom in your words. I'm like, really? But it's not really. Then I realized that there's something bigger than me that is in control. Because I know that.
You say you can't be. You just confessed that it is God's voice running through you. You're just the vessel. I'm definitely feeling the Spirit of God sitting right next to me. I'm not even going to lie to you at all. And, I really want to know, let's say there's a young poet sitting at home, writing, and maybe they think they're not, doing as much as they should be doing. Like, how are you to give send that word out there to those young poets out there? What kind of encouragement would you give them?
I would definitely say the first thing is find God, because then if you find God, you find yourself. And if you find yourself, you find your voice. You find God works with you. And what is really fascinating for me is God uses your personality. He doesn't want thing is find God and say, hey, and this is a simple prayer. Like, you don't even have to be in a silent place or be extreme, appropriate or whatever. You could speak to God like you're speaking to a friend, the way that I'm speaking to you, and say,
like a young
hey
bestie.
God, it's me. I really don't know a thing. How do I go about this? And it sort of just happens that, and if you're attentive enough and you say, hey, I want to listen, I want to hear what you have for me, it just flows, it happens. God will guide you. So I think yeah, that's just a major thing. Find God and the rest will just fall into place.
It will just flow. You'll be your own vessel.
Definitely.
So what I love about you, Sam the Vessel, is not just a poet, but you do music as well. But what I really want to touch on just for these last few seconds is the fact that, you've got your own non-profit organization. Tell me a little bit about that in terms of what you've named it and what your main focus is.
All right. So the organization is called Be More Kind. So growing up as well, I had a very tough upbringing. And we survived on other people, pretty much them giving us. And if it wasn't for that, I don't know where I would be today. And I realized that kindness runs the world, that we as humans, we are born to give and to receive. So that's how I birthed the non-profit organization. We focus on orphanages and on people that are in the streets. We give dry foods, books, because I'm such a nerd for books as well. So I'm always like, anytime that, I get books, we do toiletries as well. So if anyone listening, if you would like to, if you have books, if you have clothes that you haven't worn in a while and you think, okay, maybe this will look better on somebody else, you can definitely give those away. But it's also part of God. There's also God's baby as well, that, you know, we are vessels and we're here to pour into each other. So this is also like the organization is about that. We pour into other people, and I'm not saying we have it all, but, you know, whatever that we have, the little that we have, if, you know, if I have half a bread and I say, hey, here's one slice, and, you know, it is. I love that. So, I mean, that's what the Be More Kind organization is all about. And if anyone wants to volunteer, where we do like outreaches and stuff to orphanages, we volunteer. We do 500 sandwich drives in Muidenberg and Kensington. So if you'd like to be a part of it and just help make a sandwich, you know, definitely come and be a part of it.
Beautiful. Well, you know what's definitely Sam the Vessel is going to be kind to us and just give us a snippet of her poetry and maybe heal our souls. So we're going to get ready for that. Do not go anywhere.
You'll not always know the thing, and that too is a gift. This not knowing is often a sign, a calling, a welcoming song from the weaned, a rebellious dance by the dalliance, a loosening of your loins, an awakening of your true essence. So, allow it to lead you, allow the lessons to unfold, allow the shedding of skin till skin becomes milk, till skin becomes silk. Allow it to take with parts that have withered. Allow your soul to surrender to all that you are yet to fall in love with. Allow the not knowing to offer you your own truth.